clocking in on today, and we're gonna do some organ chord progression breakdowns. I'm not gonna do a whole lot because I just realized it's 4 o'clock and I had gotten up kind of late, and yeah, I was pretty tired. I worked an overnight shift, and so I'm a little tired. So I'm waking up, which is funny, but to only have to wake up to go and, well, go back and take a nap again because I do an overnight shift. So sometimes I'm up around about 1:30 in the afternoon, no later than 2:30. And I just looked at my clock and said, oh, wow, man, I must have woke up around about 3 something. Totally got up out of bed about 3:30ish. And now it's already almost close to 4 p.m. So 7 minutes till. All right, so I'm gonna try to be as brief as I can, and of course put myself on a timeline. I'm kind of going back to what I used to do a long time ago. I'm gonna probably push this out to about 30 minutes. I mean, to about 4:30ish. Not that I really have to spend 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour to practice, but this is what happens when you do start doing this. Is you just gaining some what I call traction or whatever. But anyway, so chord progression step by step. And before I get started, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure you, if you could do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe. Share the video with others. Let other folks know that there's some new cat on the line. I'm more of an organ player. I have nothing but a few keyboards around, and that's how I used to just always practice on material, and then I bring it to the organ. And yeah, bring it to the organ, and that's when I have to say, okay, that was a nice little chord progression there. You know, I forgot what the move I just said. Play music, something like that, right? So then, after I've learned that chord progression, then I find the bass line, find the bass line, find the bass line, find the bass line, find the bass line. Right. All right. So. Oh, I forgot one bass line, my bad. So that's what I do, high bass. I might switch up a little bit. Oh, so what's going on with my ear? There it is. Switch up. Okay, so I'll teach myself some chords and chord progression. Stuff like that. And what I would do is teach myself chord progressions in small bite size, right? Small bite size, right? And then, of course, I would chart whatever it is that I'm teaching myself some moves. I did write these chords. I wrote down another chord progression that I was messing with. See? See? Good. Do that again. And then, let's see, I think, nope. Okay. Okay. So, all right now, specific type of chord progressions, and then I would sit there and put it in my book. I don't know where I charted this at, but I did this several years ago, and now I'm kind of going back to it. I can open up my book and pick up some chords that I transcribed a long time ago. Wrong page. Let me see what page I want to go to. So, hold on, sorry about that. It's coming apart. I can tell. I'm making no lies about this, but my little book is coming apart. Yeah. Now I'm actually writing a music book. I'm actually literally in the middle of it. I'm actually halfway finished writing my music book. I actually have a music book coming up, coming out soon. I'm actually halfway done with it. All right, literally halfway done with it. But I make up chords and chord progressions. Uh, one, two, one, two, one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I did 9 chord progression there. I came back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then I came back and hit you with the 16 chord. Alright, came back and hit you with 9 chords. And then I came back and did 10, and then the 6, and then the 9. And before I know it, I was just transcribing all type of chord progressions that I can think of for the moment that might be utilized in various different types of songs. Okay. All right. So a few days ago, or yesterday, I want to give it. Let me see if I can find it here in my book again. I would do little small projects. That is my project from way back. I just hadn't, yeah, yeah. Definitely I'm going back to it. Amen. That's right. Amen to the amen. I'm going back to it, my little project, and pushing this into all 12 keys, those chords and chord progressions. I believe yesterday I did this. I should have dated it on yesterday that I did this yesterday. Matter of fact, and what was the yesterday? The 10th, 11th. I lose track of date. So today's the 13th. So that means that was the September 12th. So today is the 13th. All right. So September 12th, 2023. I do a lot of transcribing chords, a lot. So today is the actual 13th. So there's a little project that I was working on, doing transposing. All right, we call the word changing keys. So I kind of titled this particular video, breaking down chords, breaking it down. So please, if you don't mind, share, hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your daughter, your son, your niece, your nephew, whoever is out there, your buddies, your homies, your godmom, goddad, whoever out there who wants to play. Share. I'm gonna be trying to break some stuff down, and so I'm gonna need y'all help to share. Put the word out on the street that there's some new cat on the line. There's this new cat on the line breaking it down on the organ. And if somebody just needs some help on knowing how to start up the organ and all that kind of stuff, I could do videos on that. How you can set up your drawbar settings so you don't have to be constantly flipping them around all the time. So I have mines on the B flat precept, which I'm running it around about the 6, if you will. I have the Leslie, which is the shorty. I call it the shorty. The 45, if anybody know about the 45s, 45, 47. I got this just one speed, basically. It's not spinning. As soon as I hit the switch, it spins. Turn it off, it stops. But I can get that modified to where it can still continue rotating. What they call it, the 2-speed or whatever, modified. But anyway, so we're gonna get into that. How these are your precepts for the upper manual, which is 9 drawbars here, and then you have the next one's the B. I can get into that and show you that it's the same thing as the first one. Then these two on the bass line, you got your high, then you got the deep, the high, deep, okay. Or I can use my own foot. I have to shift my body up to kind of get equal to sort of right. See, that's high. Let me find it. Bring that down, son. And so I can physically move my body up to match that sound that I was doing here. I move my left foot up and try to match that tone if I can. Right? So stuff like that, okay? Then you have the lower manual of the keyboard play on the organ, not keyboard, but on the organ. The B flat precept here operates this next set of drawbar settings that I won't touch. I just kind of leave it as it is. So if I want to switch about from up to lower manual, up manual, lower manual, I can switch up. The next one is the next set of drawbar settings that I've already have preset up. So if I want to go mellow, I have the two white ones out. If I want to give it just a little bit of brightness, it's already preset. If I wanted to give it a different sound, I go down the manual and go use this B flat. And then if I want to give it just a little bit more of a spec, and I want to come out, I just go in reverse. And I can want to come out, I come back in reverse. I'm just going in reverse. I want to play the same thing, come back in reverse, and, you know, whatever, you know. Okay. Now also I found out on my precept on this organ, the lower main is alright. He's not my favorite, but I know that I can go to the first one. Well, the first one is this one here. This basically brings up all of the precepts up. But as soon as I hit my first one, which is the first after the second one, which is the D flat precept, see how mellow that is? I can also make that as equal as this drawbar settings. And I can find it. And I can make it as equal as the one down here. And I'll find it. But anyway, but instead of me doing that, I'll set this up. And I have it at the 6. My drawbar is at the 6. That's how I rock. Because I figure you're still going to hear me one way or the other. My drawbar says on the bass, I'll probably put it around about the 6, 7, something like that, because I'm here in the house. That will be the deep one, of course. If I want to go down lower and change the little sound a little bit, I want to be hardcore with it. Call it the punch, you know. Can I get away with it? The God, yeah, Lord. Y'all get the point. Now, I think somebody's got the point. Then you have your vibratos, you know, on or off, whatnot. I have also the normal on here for if I want to be loud with it, or just bring it down and be soft with it. Be it normal. But also my right pedal, I can control the volume up, down, and bring it hardcore, bring it low, whatever. So, you know, knowing that you have to know about your equipment. So once you learn your equipment, then you pretty much can handle yourself for the most part. Okay, now that I did a little quick short snip on this, but I can probably go into a little depth later. But I mean, just kind of for people who's sort of learning, to want to know how to set up the organ when you're actually playing, so you don't have to mess with your drawbar settings and tearing them up and pulling them apart, and then you don't have the sound that you want to have. I think I have one of these. I got to get back there myself and do it. I do a video on that, on how to do that. But I would say if you don't know what you're doing, Don't do it. All right. If I don't know what I'm doing, trust me, I wouldn't even be going back there messing with it. But I took electrician up in school years ago, so I know that you just yeah, unplug your instrument because you still have electricity going through the equipment, and sometimes it takes a long period of time before that yeah, before it just die out. So you can touch something back there, even if you turn off the power to the keyboard, or I mean to the organ, you still got current still flowing through those wirings, so you can still get shocked and or killed. Yeah, shocked and or killed. Killed. You will be dead or injured. Oh, I'm not trying to play shout music to say I'm happy for you to get killed, but you don't want to get killed. Nobody want to get killed for messing around with electricity, all right? Especially if you are not electrician. Okay, let's get to some chords. So I was messing with some chords on yesterday. I'm trying to be quick and swift with this if I can. I think I should just go ahead and pick up where I left off at. And so I was doing my little project. And also I was doing everything's a project for me actually. Using one specific song called "I Love You, Lord" today. And the chords went one up, one to the one, two. Add two chords on the two, five. And we keep C sharp and D flat, and back to the one. Okay. My next move was the seven. And remember, everything you do is off the number system and off your scale. And your scale generates chords. Your scales in your number system can generate chords, right? So if I know my one, that's a 3, that's a 5, I got a major chord. Root position, now I got first inversion, second inversion, back to root. And back to second, first inversion, I'm sorry. And back to second, and reverse. And I can do this in all 12 keys. So you need to learn your number system and your skills in all 12 keys to pull this off. So when someone says, hey, go to the one, you know there's going to be, it's so many different kind of one chords that you can use. It is kind of ridiculous, but it is what it is. But yeah, the basics of this particular formula, or if you will, music is, you have your one chord, which is major. D flat, you have an E flat minor because I'm setting them in the key of D flat, 2. And then you have your 3 chord, or your 3rd chord, which is F minor, G flat major chord 5, 4, A flat 5, B flat minor 6, and you C them in a 7, 7, and back to the 1 chord. And you're just repeating, and you're doing what we call octaves, all right? And then you're just going octave higher again, octave higher. Because you never know where the keyboard player might voice chords, right? But those are the chords. Those are your basic standard chords. They call that the Nashville number system chords or whatever, right? Right? D flat, 1, E flat to 2. The 3 is F natural, 4 is G flat, 5 A flat, B flat, 6, number 7 C, and back to your 1. You go to the C scale, you have your 1, then you have your 2, D, E3, number 4 is F, number 5 is G, number 6 is A, and number 7 is B, back to your 1. So if you find that I'm repeating notes from a previous scale, that means I'm going to be able to repeat chords, just in a different number system under a different key signature. Oh, okay. So if I said I played a D flat, a C sharp, I might end up playing this somewhere else in a different key. C sharp and D flat on the 1, in the key of D flat, C sharp 1, D flat or C sharp, the 1 for right now. 2 is E flat or D sharp. E flat or D sharp. Okay, that's the number 3 in the C sharp or D flat scale. F natural, or it can be E sharp, which is number 3. Number 3. Now pay attention to the notes that I'm hitting because I might end up hitting them in a different key scale, in a different key signature, and I might repeat the same note that I had already played a few moments ago. 3, F sharp or G flat, F sharp or G flat. That's number 4, F sharp and G flat. Now we're going to go to number 5, A flat or G sharp. A flat or G sharp. This was F sharp and G flat. 4. Now we're going to 5. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A flat or G sharp. A flat or G sharp. You notice I'm playing it a couple times so you catch that because you're going to find out later on as we move forward. B flat is the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the key of D flat or C sharp. It can be A sharp. Oh, I kind of gave that away just that quick. Yeah, so B flat can also be A sharp if you say sharp. We're in the sharp key. That's number 6. 6, 6 to 6. Okay, here's the C natural. Number 7. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. C is now the 7. Okay, watch this. If I go to the key of C scale, it's my 1 now. But in the key of D flat or C sharp, it was the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But in the key of C, it's the 1. Okay, keep that in mind. You might be able to not borrow, but you might end up playing some of the same chords, just in a different key signature. Okay, so 2 was D. 2 was D in the C scale. 2 was D in the C scale. Now we're going to go to the 3, C. In the key of C is E. That's number 3. 1, 2, 3, E. Now we got the 4, F. Oh, did I just not play F a minute ago? Yeah. Now it's number 4 in the key of C scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. But in D flat, it was what key number? 1, 2, 3. Oh, y'all get it? So once you start learning your skills in all 12 keys, you're going to find some notes that you already played previously from one key signature to another. Oh, now let's go to the 5 note in C scale. G. G, number 5. G is number 5. Now we're going to go to what number? 6. A. Number 6A. I'm playing it twice a few times so you can catch this. For my new beginner musicians out there. So you can catch this, you're going to notice something. And the number 7 is B. So you're going to find these notes somewhere else in a different key scale. Cool. Now let's move on to the key of D. We already covered C scale. And if you remember, the number system is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The next key up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now we're going to go to D and do the same thing. D. There's that D. I literally played it earlier. In what key signature? The C. Exactly. When what number? The 2. Now is the 1 in the key of D. What? Okay, now let's go to the 2 in the D scale. E. There's that E again. What key did I play it in? That's right. The C scale. On what number? 1, 2, 3. Now it's in the D scale on what number? The 2. The 2. The 2. The 2. Alright, I just had to do that. Alright, the 2. Alright. Now in the D scale, of course, there will be no flats, okay? So we're going to be dealing with what we call the sharps, okay? So the next number is what number? 3. 1, 2. D is the 1. E is the 2. It's F sharp, no flats. But we did hit this note earlier. What key? That's right, the key of C sharp. I kind of call it C sharp, but also C sharp is related to D flat. So it's the same note. So what number? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, the 4. And C sharp, the key of C sharp signature, right? But D flat and C sharp, D flat, C sharp share the same notes, y'all. So yes, this is the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the D scale, we have the 1, 2, 3. It's the 3. Oh. All right, let's move forward to the 4. The fourth note in D scale, G. Well, did I not hit G a few minutes ago? Yes. What key signature did it fall under? That's right. The C scale. What number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5. The 5. That's why I kept hitting the notes again so you can identify that. Wait a minute. If I'm hitting the same notes, that's a possibility that I can hit the same chords just in a different key signature. G. G. G is on the 4 C scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the 5. And D is falls on the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's head on over to the 5. We already hit that note earlier, right? That's right. That's right. This is the 5 in D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in D. It's the A. But where else did we see it at? Yes, you're right. In the C scale. On what number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6. On the 6. Oh. But in D scale, it's the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Watch this, y'all. I'm telling you, we're going to hit this again later, all right? We're going to repeat notes. So if you can repeat a note, that means you're going to be able to repeat chords in a different key scale. Oh, right. Okay, let's move on to the next key. Oh, I was on the 5. Let's go to the 6B. Remember the B? I played that a few minutes ago. B. But in D is what number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6. In the C scale, it was number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7. But in D scale, it's the 6. I told y'all, you gonna run across these same notes. Just in a different key scale, under a different key signature, under a different number system. However, you're going to play these chords, or you're going to play chords that's going to fall in a different key under a different number system. So what's going to end up happening is you're going to be familiar with the notes after. I mean, by now, you probably have almost gotten already all 12 keys done already. We already dealt with the C sharp and D flat already. We dealt with the D, right? Yes, sir. Yes, man. We also dealt with the E flat / D sharp already, and now we dealt with the E. We dealt with the F already. There's 12 keys, y'all. F sharp / G flat. We already dealt with that already. We already dealt with the G. What? We dealt with the A flat once already, sort of, right? Once so far already. / G sharp, A, we already dealt with that, right? Then we already dealt with the B flat / I believe A sharp coming up soon, coming very soon, sooner, very soon. And then the last key, B natural / C flat. What? Yes. Just that quick, we've already covered all 12 keys, key notes. As you're going up the scale, you're going to deal with all of the notes as we go. But just under a different, notes. Under the different scales. C, D, E, F, G, A, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I always said in my other videos, if you know, once you learn your number system and your scales, you're on your way, musically wise, right? You're in the musical game. If you learn how to count from 1 to 7 and back from 7 to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you already know how to count from 1 to 7 and from 7 back to 1, and you recognize your notes in the scale, you are in the musical game. All right, you are in. You are in. All right, so what last number I stopped there? The 6 in D. All right, number 7, C sharp. There's that C sharp again. C sharp. We also know it shares the key D flat. But in the key of D, there is no flat. So we have to address it as the sharp, number 7. And guess what? Back to that D, number 1. Oh. Now let's go up to the key of E flat. We know E flat / D sharp, but we're going to use the word E flat for now. Oh, okay. Somebody's already caught on to the concept already. Remember, I told you, you already going to be addressing all 12 notes in all 12 keys as I'm going up the scale. You're getting recognized with all 12 of your notes. Oh, I said again, you already getting recognized with all 12 of your notes. Because there is 12 different keys. 12 different keys. Oh, and your scales in all 12 keys is going to address every note. Oh, but you're using the scale for the 12 different keys. But you're going to repeat them. Cool. So we're in E flat now. E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have E flat on the 1 / D sharp. We have 2 F natural, which we could call this E sharp. But we're talking flats now. E flat to 1. The 2 F natural, which we had already played earlier. The D E flat, we played this earlier in the key of what? That's right. D flat on what number? The 2. 1, 2. I'm sorry, I just had to do that. The 2 in D flat. 1, 2. It wasn't in C scale. And it was not in the D scale. Oh, but it was in C sharp / D flat. The 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. I just had to do that, y'all. All right, see, you're going to repeat notes that you have already played. So now we have the E flat on the 1. We have this F. Remember this F earlier? That's right. Where did we play the F at earlier? That's right, in the key of D flat on what number? 1, 2, 3. And we played it on the 4 in the C scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, did we do it in D? No. Oh, okay. So you see, it's addressing the notes over again. That means you can address the chords over again. Just in a different key, on a different number system. Okay. Breaking it down. All right, y'all better do me a favor. Y'all best to do me a favor. No, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Share with a friend, a family member, whoever, anybody. That there's some new cat out there on the line. All right, here. Breaking it down. E flat to 1. Now we're on that 2 F natural. There's that G again. Oh my God. There's that G again, y'all. That's the 3 in E flat. 1, 2, 3. Where did I play the G earlier? That's right, in the key scale of C. What number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. Was it in key D flat C sharp? No. But was it in D? Yes. What number system? 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4. Oh. Now E flat is now the 3. 1, 2, 3. You see, you're repeating it. 1, 2, 3. By the time you finish doing the first 1, 2, 3 keys at least, you have now already learned all 12 of your keys. What? Yeah. Okay, cool. So now we're on the 3 in E flat. What's next? The 4. The 4 is A flat. We had already played A flat earlier. And what key signature? Or under what key signature? It wasn't C. Right? It was, yes, that's right, the key of D flat / C sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, in the key of E flat is the what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. All right, let's move on to the next move, right? Was it in the D scale, right? No. Okay, cool. Now let's go to the 5 in E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B flat. I told you it was coming. B flat. So now you're addressing all of your 12 keys by moving up the scale and all. And I want to cover how many keys? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 keys. Oh, okay. E flat. We on the 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. B flat. So was it in the key of C scale? No. Right? Was it in D flat scale? Yes. What number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6. Oh, now in E flat is the what? Was it in D? No. It's in E flat. Yes. And what number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5. What? Yeah, it's a 5. Okay, let's move on to the next note. Number what? 6. There's that C again. There is that C once again. So E flat, it fell on the what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6. Hey, y'all, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Share it with a friend. Share it with a brother, a cousin, uncle, auntie. Whoever wants to learn how to play. It could be that missionary at church, all right? It could be the deacon at the church who want to learn how to play. It could be somebody's child. Or somebody of age that can Touch the keyboard and want to learn. All right, let's get back to the lesson. So we on the what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, B flat. Now we on the 6, C. And where did we play that C note earlier? That's right, in the key signature under C. All right, under that C scale, which was what number? The 1, the 1, the 1. That's right, the 1. And guess what other key it fell under? That's right, the key of D flat C sharp, which this is the 1. If you know how to count in reverse, that's the 7. 1, 7. Remember, I told you, if you know how to count going forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you know how to count going forward and backwards, you are now in the musical game. You are in. All right, so let me calm down. Let me bring it down some. Bring it down. So yes, in the key of C scale, it's the 1. Right? In D flat, C sharp is the 7. 1, 7. In the key of E flat, it falls on the what? 6. The 1, 7, 6. I'm doing it in reverse. Or you can go forward. The 6. And if I do E flat as my 1, half step back is my 7, which is D to the 6. 1, 7, 6 in E flat. Come on, let's go. 1, 7, 6 in E flat. 1, 7, 6 E flat, right? You can do that in all 12 keys once you figure it out. As you look at this is your C, right? Half step back from your C scale is 1, 7, 6. All day. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I can count backwards and I can go forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In the next key, the same scenario. Oh, yes. So now we are on the 6 in E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we found it in the C scale on the 1. In the key of D flat or C sharp, the 7. E flat, the 6. Key of E flat, the 6. Okay, let's move forward and go to the 7th note in the scale of E flat. 5, 6. I already gave it away earlier. D. That's right, D. All right, so that's your number 7 in the D in the E flat scale. Number 7 is D. Number 7 is D. And then you back to your 1. Now, where did we play this D earlier? The key scale? That's right, C. The 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, I just had to. Oh man, my time is up already. Are you serious? My time is up. Okay, y'all know I'm gonna push further with this, right? So I'm gonna push a little bit more. Right. So if I'm repeating the notes in the scale, can you imagine me playing all of this stuff? And I'm only in E flat. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm only in E flat. I've already addressed all of the 12 notes, which is all of the 12 keys already. Oh, C, D flat, C sharp, D, E flat, D sharp, E natural, F natural, F sharp or G flat, G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 key. Next key, A flat, G sharp, A natural, B flat slash A sharp, and B natural slash C flat. I've already addressed all 12 keys already. Okay, now that brings me to chords. When you're learning chord progressions, to a song I use as I Love You Lord Today, and I started it out with the key of C sharp. I do it C, I love you Lord, and I'm just doing a version of the major chord. Root is the first, second root, first, second. Remember the number system? 1, 3, 5. 1, 3, 5. Now you can do your inversion 1, 3, 5. In your version, you're going first inversion, you got 3, 5, 1. Then you move the 3 to the top, and then you have 5, 1, 3. Oh, just inversions. Oh, root, first, second. And that's with all 12 keys, whether you're doing the C major or root position, first inversion, second inversion, the number system is going to follow suit. 1, 3, 5. 1 at the top. 3, 5, 1. The notes is going to repeat itself. Whether it's you moving it around, C went to the top, E went to the top. Oh, G went back to a spot. I'm just doing octave. C went to the top, E went to the top. I'm just doing inversion. G went to the top. I'm just doing inversion. Oh, but remember your number is just gonna move one to the top. 3, 5, 1. 3 going to the top. 5, 1, 3. G, which is the 5, went to the top, and you back to the same thing. 1, 3, and 5. Right? So now you learn your number system and all 12 keys. Okay? Now when we're going to talk about major sevenths or something like to add the 7, we have the 1, 3, and then you add your 7 because it's a scale of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We call this a C major 7. C major 7. My right hand try to get away. Okay, my left hand try to get away. Okay, remember my left hand work. 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay? So I'm saying, and that's how you create chords because you understand your numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, or you understand your notes C, E, G, C, C, E, G, B. I'm sorry, and you created a C major 7 root position. I'm gonna move my one note, which is a C, to the top, and I have what we call a first inversion. But my number is still going to rotate, but my notes is going to remain the same. No matter what I do, they're just going to rotate from one bottom to the top, which is the E on the bottom now, which is my what? 3, my 5 in the middle, my 7 in the middle, sort of, right? And then my 1 is at the top now. That's first inversion. Breaking it down, right? Giving you the chords. Right, so you have the first inversion. We have the root. Now we're going to go second inversion, moving my bottom note, which is E to the top, which was number what? 3. 1, 3. My 3 is at the top. So now I have the 5 in the bottom. The 2 middle, in the middle is my B, was number 7. My number 1 is in the middle, and my 3 went to the top. Oh! Even though I know my notes, I'm saying the notes, but I'm also saying the number system at the same time. Because they go together. They're not separated. They're together, united together. Now I got my 5, which is G. I put it at the top. I have a what inversion? Third inversion. I have root, C major 7 root, some of that. And then I have my first inversion and my second inversion of C major 7. And now I have my third inversion because all I did was move my 5 to the top. And now I have the 7 on the bottom, the 1 on the bottom, and the middle is my G, my E, which is E, 3, and then my 5 went to the top, causing you to play a third inversion. And that's how the movement works. Oh, so once you learn your number systems and your scales in all 12 key, you can create chords and chord progression. All right, so let's get to this song I was doing. I Love You Know Today. Gotta slow that beat down. Let me see. So before I drop beat and stuff like that, I wanted to try to make sure I get these chords underneath my fingertips. So, I have it memorized. And all I'm doing is playing the root, first, second inversion and add the 2 in the scale. Remember the 2. All I did was add the 2 in the left hand, or I could have added the 2 to the right hand in the scale of D flat or the key of C sharp or D flat. Or both hands. Now I'm going to a D diminished 7. Doing, once again, the same scenario, inversion. Doing inversion. Bring my bottom note to the top. Bring my bottom note to the top. And just doing inversion. Oh. Which we call +1 or 1 up. I call it you might hear me use the word 1 up. 1 up, but you might hear the other word +1. Then I'm going to the 2. And I already know what my numbers is when it comes down to what number I'm hitting. Now this is out of the key scale, so I have to call this +1. What number is this in D flat? 3. What number is this in D flat? 5. This is out of the key scale of this D flat or C sharp, so I have to call this 6 + 6. And then from there on, y'all get the drift. I'm just doubling up the move. Now I'm going up to the 2 chord. 1, 2. I'm on the 2 now. 1, 2. I'm on the 2 now. And I'm basically playing a major chord, root position, first inversion, and the second inversion underneath. What? Yes, and the second inversion underneath. Same scenario, 1, 3, 5, right? 5, 3, 5, 1, and I'm playing the 5, 1, 3 on the left hand underneath. Oh, and add 2 again. Now I'm going to the 5 chord, A flat. Add 2 in the right hand, we might call it the 9, but in this case it's the 2. As long as I don't add the bottom note as my 2, then they call it the 9. But in this case it's the 2, A flat, add 2. And back to the same chord. Then I move to the 7, to the next 3 chords. I'm just going in my little order. So when I do in the 7, 3, remember 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Using a minor chord with the tritone. Okay, let's talk about chords, right? I did it earlier, I'll do it one more time. So you have your major chord on the 1. I did the inversions already. The minor chord, I'll do that here. Inversions. That's the E flat minor chord on the 2. I'm saying I'm in the key of D flat, so I'm gonna call it for what it is. 3, I have an F minor chord, root position, first inversion, second, root, first, second. My number 4 chord and the, what we call it, the Nashville, numbing system, chord system or whatnot. We have the major move on the 4, which is G flat major, root position, first and second, root, first, second. Because you kind of don't know how the musician might voice his or whole chords if you listening to somebody. Or maybe you listen to yourself and you might want to play chords a certain way. Now we got the 5, which is A flat. Remember, I literally just played that. I literally just played this chord already. A flat, root position, first inversion, second inversion, root, first, second. It can be down here, it can be root. My left hand trying to get away, y'all. First inversion and second inversion. My left hand trying to get away. But I'll work on my left hand, right? Work your left hand if you're not left-handed. When it comes, if your left hand is weak, work that left hand. I'm telling you, work it. And you want to try to get it as equal as if you're right-handed as you can. Okay? All right, so we're on the 5 chord now. Remember, we did the scale already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're dropping chords to the mix. So now let's go to 6, which is a B flat minor. Notice I'm putting it down on the bottom. B flat minor, root position. Move my B flat to the top. I got the first inversion. I move my bottom note to the top, and I have the second inversion. So now I have root, first, second. Back to root, first, and second inversion, right? Root, first, second inversion, right? Cool. Now we're going to go to what number now? We're at the 6th, number 7, C diminished 7. Root position, bottom note, move to the top, first inversion, E flat, move to the top, second inversion, G flat, move to the top, A diminished, and we have the root, first inversion, second inversion, third inversion. Now you notice you moving more because you utilizing technically 4 notes, just like you use the major 7. You use 4 of the notes. I buried the ring finger in there. So that means you can move more than 2 times. So in the root position, you can only move 3 because that's your stationary note on the bottom. That means that you can only move how many times? Twice. Root position 1 time, which is first inversion, and your second time, which is your second inversion. Oh, and that applies to your minor chord. C minor chord. How did I get to C minor? Major, flat the third. In the same scenario, root position. You see my fingers want to do this little crawl mode, but you don't have to do that if you don't want to. But it's a technique. All of a sudden, my fingers started doing it out of the blue. All of a sudden, and now I have my bottom note to the top. If you notice, my fingers rotated, so I can get to the next move without taking my key fingers off the organ. Right. So anyway. So we have the root position, flat 3, 1, flat 3, 5. Now I'm going to put my 1 up here. My flat 3 is already on the bottom. Flat 3 on the bottom. That's my 5. That's my 1. I'm just doing inversion. Remember, you can move what? Twice. Root position, first inversion, second inversion. Oh, back to root. First inversion, second inversion. Oh, Okay, so I was moving this in the key of C sharp and D flat. Root position, same scenario. I can go to my minor move, which is C sharp minor or D flat minor. Got the root position, first inversion. Y'all see my fingers doing this crawling move. And a second version, we got the root, first, and second inversion. Sorry, y'all, my fingers doing this auto thing. I don't even know how I started doing it. It just started doing it on its own. All right, but root position, right? First inversion and second inversion. Back to root, first inversion and second inversion. See, my left hand thought he was gonna get away. You notice I'll drop my right hand so I don't have to. So anyway, dropping chords. I told you, breaking it down. So when you start learning your number system and your scale notes, and now you're learning chords behind the madness. And it's going to be a major and a 1. The 2 is going to be a minor chord. E flat minor. I mean D flat, I'll say it for now. F minor. And of course I did my inversions. And G flat major of 4. A flat number 5. B flat minor 6. C diminished 7. And I'm back to the 1 chord again. If I use the word C sharp, because I told you they share the same chords and the same notes, it's still the same scenario. C sharp, the 1. Now I have to call this D sharp, number 2, because the key signature changed. Okay? I'll go ahead and keep this as F minor, but it can be E sharp minor. E sharp minor, because we're talking about sharp. E sharp minor. F sharp major on the 4, right? A flat major on the 5, but technically G sharp major on the 5. That's what I said, sharp. The 4, 6 is number, not B flat minor, but it's A sharp, because half stepping up. A sharp minor. And then you could go ahead and stay C diminished 7. However, this is B sharp. I don't want to get all technical with it, but this could be a B sharp diminished 7, right? My left hand try to get away again. So that's how you could be able to generate chords. Watch what I'm saying. So if I told you could take your 1 chord, which is C major, C sharp, and D flat, and I'm gonna put it to the top. I'm gonna take the 2 chord, which is the E minor chord, E flat minor chord, or D sharp minor chord, and here I have a chord. A pretty chord. A really pretty chord. Breaking it down. Listen, y'all, do me a favor. Hit that like button, right? Share with a friend. I'm not sure if my comment mode is on. I'm still new at this, so give me some time. I can try to open up that comment portion of it. I think it's open, and I'm not sure if you can save it to your list yet. That I'm not for sure, but I will have to figure out how to open that up. So I'm new at this. So once again, share with the neighbor, share with their brother or sister, cousin, or uncle, anybody who wants to learn how to play, and let them know that there's some new cat on the line. Right? Anyway, so let's go on back to that chord progression, or that chord I just created, because I'm about to create a chord progression out of using the scale. Of course, I might go out of the key scale, because that's what we do. Or I might use another way of saying this. Actually, yes, I'm going out of the key scale. I'm going to use another key to develop a different chord. Oh, yes, that can happen. Okay. So yes, in the key of C sharp or D flat, all I did was move my 1 chord, that Nashville chord, on the 1, and I put it up here at the top, and I used the D sharp or / E flat minor chord, which is my number 2 chord, and played it on the 2, by the way. Oh wow. Now if I want to experiment, I'm gonna hold that chord and see, can I move it to a different bass line in that D flat scale and see how that come out. I'll go to the 1 and see how that sounds. Let's go to the 2. Okay, let's go to the 3. Let's try it on the 4. Okay, let's try it on the 5. Oh, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5. Oh, they both sound nice. 2 and 5. Let's go to the 6. Okay, maybe. It's a possibility. Let's go to the 7. The Q. So you see, you going to experiment. See what works. And what works, works. When it don't work, y'all know how it works. You know how that go. They say if the glove fits, it fits. If it don't fit, it mustn't quit. So if it don't fit, don't do it. Two, 5, 2. Y'all get the point, right? So you see, all right. I didn't mean to do that, but that was an accident. Oops. But yeah, mellow, mellow. A little bit more. Calm down. Switch the drawbar settings to this one. Some more. I'm messing with it. All right. So that's what we as musicians do. We become what we say creative, or we look into something and say, I wonder what I could do with this, right? Okay. I could go on and on with this and sit here and play around with this minor move in the left hand, this major move, and do my inversion. Do my inversion. Do my inversion. Oh my God. Oh my God. What? All I did was made the chord small, create it to be fat, make it fatter, make it fatter, right? Oh my goodness. You can do the same thing, change the bass line. Right? And I'm just doing inversion. Oops. I'm just doing inversion, y'all. Just doing inversion. I'll just change the bass line. Oh. Okay, just being creative. And you can do this in all 12 keys. If I told you that 1 and C is the major move, I know my inversion. I know my inversions. I know my inversion. I know my inversion. That's the 1, right? All right, well, I have that D minor chord. My left hand tried to get away again. Group position, right? First inversion. My finger's doing this crawling move, right? Y'all get the point, right? That was my 2 chord. Watch this. C major over that D minor. D minor 9 with the 11. Well, how is it D minor 9? Okay, I could explain that to the other key up. Same scenario. Let's do this with C. So, because I moved the C major chord to the top, because I moved the C major chord to the top, which is what? 1, 3, and 5 technically, right? But because I went to a D minor chord, just suppose I told you, let's put that, let's unflap the 3 and sharp the 3, if you will. I have a D major chord, y'all. A D major chord. Remember that scale in D? Alright, remember that scale? That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. Did y'all catch it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That means I need to flat 3 in D, and I have a D minor chord. Oh, I see. And because I was doing the scale in D, this was a sharp note, which was C sharp. So I need to flat the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Flat the 7, half step back. And now I have a D minor, what number? D minor 7. This is the 1, flat 3, my 5, flat the 7. Oh! And because I'm doing the number system still, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 8. Even though it's 1, this is 2. Now that makes it a 9 because 8, 9. Oh, so now I have a D minor, right? 1, flat 3, 5, flat the 7. This is 8, 9. D minor 9, D minor 7. Now I have a D minor 9 chord. Even though it's a C major chord, y'all. But it's a D minor 9. What? Okay, so we got, let me calm down. Let's bring it back down again. Flat the 7. So it's a D minor 7. And because of the scale, we're doing a continuation of the number system, which makes my 1 become now 8 at the top. My 2 becomes now the 9 at the top. So now we have a D minor 9. It's almost like it's saying 9, 9, 9. It's like it's telling you, I'm number 9. All right, 9. And if we do the continuation of the scale of the D scale, we have what? 8, 9, 10. What's the next note after 10? 11. Even though it would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, G. Even though it would have been the 4, but because we're doing a continuation of the number system after number 7, C sharp, is what number? 8. Even though it's the same note, D. 1 is now 8. Because we're doing a continuation of the number system. The 2 in the D scale becomes what number now? 8, 9, the 9. 2 in the 9 is the same note. 8 and 1 is the same note. All right, the 3, which is F sharp. What number is it now at the top? Exactly, 10. 8, 9, 10. It's also the 3 on the bottom. 1, 2, 3 is as far as the beginning of the number system. But because we're doing the word continuation of the number system, it now becomes number 10. All right. And then our G is number 4 in the D scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because we're doing a continuation of the number system. 8, 9, 10, 11. So my G is now 11. Oh, so now this is a what? D minor 7, 9, 11. 11. So you might hear it or see it on paper maybe, or some music book somewhere where they might call it a D minor 11, 9. You probably won't see it saying the 7. Stuff like that, right? But it's a D minor 9, 11. You might see it like that. D minor 9, 11. D minor 9, even though that was the 7. But now at this point, we're going to see it as D minor 9, 11 with a quotation or something. How do we get to the 13th? So you may hear people say, learn your 7th, learn your 9th, learn your 11th, and your 13th. Well, we already know what it is. Well, maybe you don't, okay? So in the D scale, which... let's do this. We have the 1, D, E, 2. All right. F sharp is 3. 4 is G. 5 is A. I've run out of fingers. And what's number 6? That's right. Number 6 is B. So if you know B right here is number 6, what does it make it at the top or the bottom? It doesn't matter where you voice it at. At the end of the day, it's what number now? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Because my A was 5. But now at the top is 11 and 12. And then my B is number what? 6. So now at the top is now number what? 13. Oh, now we have it what? D minor 13. Or it could be D minor 9, 11, and 13. Or it could be D minor 13, 9, 11. Because it was the last note that we hit at the top, which was the 13. 13, D minor, 13, 9, 11. D minor, 13, 9, 11. It might be written like that. D minor, 13, 9, 11. You probably more than likely not going to see it as D minor 6. Nothing like that. But we do know that that's the 6 in the scale D. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. It's the same thing that falls through with the other 11 keys, y'all. The same thing. That follows through with the other keys, all right? All of the other 11 keys, and you can duplicate the same thing. Now, talk about chords. What is the combination of chords you might end up playing? Let's look at it. We got a D minor move, okay? All right. Y'all remember that C major at the top? Now, this is what I call mix and match, because you play 2 different chords, technically, right? D minor over C major, or C major over D minor, however y'all want to call it. At the end of the day, this is the D minor 11, right? D minor 9, 11, 9, 11. D minor 9, 11. D minor 9, even though that's my 7. 9, 11. D minor 9, 11. That's the 13. I could have put the 13 here. What? Okay, now let's look at the two chords that we're messing with. The D minor chord and the C major chord. Those are what we call mix and match chords, right? So I'm gonna put it around here, mix and match chords. Listen, I done went into overtime sharing this information. But listen, do me a favor. This is your Bo Andre Clark, aka Facebook Bishop Drayster Clark. But I've been moving my contents to YouTube because I want y'all to know who I am. Alright? Who's this new cat on the line? So if you don't mind, please share, hit that like button, share, hit that like button, and also subscribe. Alright, and I'm gonna look in to see if my comment thing is open as soon as I can, and also the save button, or if you want to download the video, it's up to you too as well. Okay, here we go. Let's push it. So if I desire to want to go ahead and hit y'all with the 6 in the D scale, I could put it here. And basically what it is really I want to end up playing, okay, the combination chord. But let's show you what it is. So you remember that C major chord I had here, and I put it at the top, and I put that second chord, right, that number 2 chord, right? Remember, 1 is major, 2 is minor, right? 3 is minor, 4 is major, remember that? 5 is major, right? Y'all remember that? 6 is A minor, remember that? And number 7 is your diminished move. And guess what? You're back to the 1. Ba 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 ba. Okay, all right. So all I did was took the major chord, which was the 1, and put it to the top. I put the D minor chord, which is the 2 chord, on the bottom. And that's why I call it mix and match chord. 2 different chords. But what's the combination of the chords? Let's look at it. Let's take a good look. Now remember, if I said at 13, I can also put it in the left hand as well. And remember, I literally just played this already, and I had already kind of gave y'all the secret to the madness already. So let's look at it. D minor chord, right? C major chord, right? But check this out. You have the D minor, 1 flat 3 5, right? Watch this, watch this. Well, remember that piece of C major chord? Well, what chord is this now? What's that again? That's an F major chord. Combination. So you're playing a combination of chords. You got that D minor chord. Now you have an F major chord. What? And watch this, watch this. If I threw the E there, what chord are you playing now? That's why the F major 7 chord. Okay, if you really take a good look at what's going on, you see a combination of chords with this mix and match movement that we're doing. Now add the 7 in the C scale, right? 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's check out what the chord is. D minor, right? Okay, now I have the C major chord, which makes me play an F major chord, right? Okay. I just added to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in F scale. Make me play a what? F major 7 chord, right? Y'all messing with me. Y'all messing with me. Alright. And if you know your F major chord, root position, first inversion, and your second inversion, right? You're playing a combination of chords. Like you did your C major, root position, first inversion, second inversion. The D minor chord you played in inversion. And hear that F major chord. Okay, let's take a look. What's the next chord? What's our next chord after F? All right, what's the next chord? There it is, A minor. What? You're playing a combination of chords. A minor. So now you had a D minor movement, and you know you're inversion. You know you're inversion. You have your root, first, second. Okay, then you have your F major, root, first, second. Oh my God. And now you have that A minor chord right there because they all related. So you have the root position once again. First inversion, second inversion. So we had a D minor root position, first inversion, second inversion, y'all. And so it's like, here we go. We have a D minor chord. Root. First inversion. So we have the D minor root, right? First inversion. Second inversion, right? Now we got the F major root position. First inversion. Second inversion, right? Now we got this A minor move, root position. First inversion. Second inversion. Okay, I'm just playing, right? Listen, so you have a combination of chords in there. And also that F major 7th move, which you also can do the same thing. You have the root position, right? The first inversion, right? The second inversion, right? And the third inversion. What? You have all these chords that's underneath this movement of just playing with just technically 2 chords. So I'm like, whoa, D minor, F major 7, A minor, right? A minor, root first, second, right? Okay, now what's next? What's next? Is there anything next after that A minor move? Let's take a look. Now I told you add the what? Right, in the C scale, the 7th. What are you playing now? E minor, which was the third chord. C major was root, number 1, right? The number 2 is D minor, and the number 3 chord was E minor, and your number 4 chord was what? F major. We know our 5 chord was G major, right? Our number 6 chord was what? A minor, and number 7 was B diminished, D diminished, F diminished, A flat diminished, and yeah. Right? I'm like, oh. So you end up playing the C major chord. You ended up playing the D minor chord, which is 2. You ended up throwing the E minor chord, which was your 3. You went to the 4 chord, but we didn't mess with the 5 chord, right? But we did jump over and hit the 6 chord. Right? So can you imagine doing that in the other 11 keys? You're going to do it either way because why? You're transposing. So here we're playing now what I call a D minor 9. Now D minor 9, 11, and 13. So D minor 13, 9, 11, because it's top, bottom, up. And it's that E minor chord. E minor chord, root position. First inversion, second inversion. So pay attention to that stuff because it's going to come up as you go. It's the same thing, taking chords, and you could take that same chord, go to that D flat major chord, as I played earlier. That's the 1 chord, 2 chord, E flat minor, F minor, G flat major, right? The 4, the 5 is A flat, the 6 is B flat minor, and your diminished move 7 back to the 1. All I'm gonna do is take the D flat major chord or the C sharp major chord, put it to the top, and I'm gonna play that E flat minor chord or D sharp minor chord. That's my second chord. And guess what? It's gonna fall to the same scenario. The minor move, the major move, the minor move. Y'all follow what I'm saying? The minor move. Oh. So now I can create chord. I just created a chord progression for me to. Same thing. I just created a chord progression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put on the 5 and do it. I can put on the 2 and do it. It created a chord progression from just doing that. All I did was second version of the E flat minor move. I went to the second version of C sharp and D flat. went back to the first inversion of the E flat minor, first inversion of the D flat major chord. Then I went and hit you with the A flat. Now I'll take you to the major move. A flat, second inversion. G flat, second inversion. Back to A flat. Now take you to the 7, 3, 6. What is this? This is nothing but a D flat major chord mixed with the F minor chord. I had already explained that. D flat major. And what's this number? 1, 2, 3. The 3. My D flat was the 1. E flat was the 2. Remember that? That's my 3 chord, which is the F minor. Remember that, y'all? So I said, oh, wait a minute. I can mix these 2 chords together. D flat major and the F minor underneath. Creating a what? D flat major 7. Oh my God. Root position, right? First inversion. Second inversion. Third inversion. Oh man, this is crazy. Same thing with the other key. I could do the same thing. I said a C major chord, right? Remember, it's related to the minor chord. C major is related to the E minor, creating a C major 7. Root. First inversion. Second inversion. I had already did it. Third inversion. Oh, so you playing two chords. Two different chords. I call it combination chords, right? Now that's what I call mix and match chords. Now I could have put the D flat at the top and put my minor chord up here at the top or at the bottom. Or switch it. Woo, switch it. I just switched the chord. Just switched it. Put my D flat at the top and put the minor chord. Or switch it the other way. And play the F minor underneath. Come up. And switch it the other way. Oh! See what I'm saying? So I'm messing with chords that's already in the key scale. Which was the 3rd. That's my major chord, F sharp or G flat major chord. I'm messing with these chords all in the scale to see what I come up with. I'm messing with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm messing with it. And we hear, that's what we're doing. Now this is called B flat minor 9 now because I changed the bass line, right? From C sharp to B flat. B flat minor 9. Doesn't matter how I voice this, switch it around. Remember it's a D flat mixed with the what? F minor. And I can do inversions all day. Change the voicing, you know. Change the position. Change the position. What? And that's really the preaching chord. What? Preaching chord moves as well, right? What? Listen, y'all got me in overtime. This is your boy Andre. Like I said, hit that like button if you don't mind. Share. Alright? Hit that like button, share, subscribe, right? Share with somebody else. Tell them that some dude out there is, some new cat out there on the line had just joined YouTube, right? Join the bandwagon. So yes, you can start creating your own chords and chord progressions just from messing with the scale, knowing your number system and your notes put together. Trying to see if my honey calling me. Put together, and you can create chord progressions, and that's how I'm doing it. Okay, so I did address tritones, right? So we have that major move on the 1, right? The minor move on the 2, the minor chord on the 3, the major chord on the 4, the major chord on the 5, the minor chord on the 6, and our diminished 7 on 7. And we're back to our 1 chord, right? My left hand tried to get away again, you know? Okay. So, breaking it down, right? So let's knock up our tritone. Let's learn our tritones, right? This is a B tritone, B. It can be played up here as well. And all you're doing is inversion. Move your B note to the top, creating a F tritone. And all you're doing is transposing. Now it's 12 keys, right? So I'm gonna finish this quite quickly because now that I saw that with my fingers playing that B at the bottom, I put it in here. It's an F tritone. Oh, this is cake now. And now all I have to do is C tritone here because the C is on the bottom. I move my C up here. Oh man, this is cake. I've already covered 4 keys already. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is either an F sharp or it could be a G flat tritone. Either way, C tritone, G flat, or F sharp tritone, depending on the key signature you say you in. This is K. So this is C sharp, or it could be a D flat tritone, depending on the key signature you want to be in. And all I'm doing is inversion. Move my C sharp or D flat to the top. Now I have a G tritone. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? 6 keys already. How many more do I have? 6 more to go. That's it. So now I have a D tritone. Put my D at the top. I have now what is called A flat or slash G sharp tritone. Oh, wow. And all I'm doing is inversion. D tritone, A flat slash G sharp tritone. Cool. All right. Then all I do now is go up to E flat slash D sharp tritone, depending on the key signature you're in. So you have an E flat slash D sharp tritone and an A tritone. I'm already pretty much almost done with this. I'm nearly pretty much done. Oh, sorry. The next one is E tritone. Because the E's on the bottom. Now all I do is move my E to the top and I have a what? A B flat or slash A sharp tritone. Guess what, y'all? I have already finished all 12 keys already. And guess what? Back to the top, like I said earlier. And just move it up. So I had did all 12 keys. Now you could do it that way, or you could have just did the chromatic. Going up. Going up. You could have did that way too. Right? Ba, 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 ba. All 12 keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you can go start at your 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It just made me end on the C tritone. Oh. Now you got 7 chords to play with. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Ba ba ba. Now it might be the most extreme basic way of doing things because all the chords that are being applied technically are basic chords. We just add in the 2, or the 9 if you will. We just add in the 6, which we call it the 13. You know, we add in the 4, which we call the 13th and stuff like. I mean the 11th. I'm sorry, the 11th and stuff like that. Kind of fattening up the chord just a little bit to give it flavor, right? But it's all basic stuff. So if you were to go and learn a song, as I was just doing, I love you, Lord. All I'm playing is the 5, 1, 3, add the 2. My diminished 7, inversion. And then I'm going up to the major chord, which is the 2, which is F sharp and G flat major chord. I'm playing the root first and second underneath. And then I'm going to the 5, A flat. I'm just simplifying. A flat. And I might add the 2. And back to the first chord. Alright. So, with that being said, all I'm doing is simplifying chords. And now I can play this in all 12 keys and with a little bit of some practice. And yeah. So before I drop the beat, I try to put the chords underneath my fingertip and repeat the same thing. Repeat the same thing. Repeat the same chords. It's underneath my fingertip. 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, and then 6, 7, 1, 1 up again, plus 1 to the 2. Now I'm gonna do the 6, 5.5, 5, 1, 4, and then hit you with the 2, 3, 4, 5. You see, is that what I want to do? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay. All right, I might want to stop right there, right? It's called building chords. I'm building chords in bite-sized practice. All right, and do this in all 12 keys, of course. So I would have started out with my 1, plus 1 to the 2. 2 chords there. 5, back to the 1. If you want to know what these chords is, go back to my previous video that I just did before this, right? Okay, and then you'll get those chords broken down step by step, chord for chord, note for note. Listen, do me a favor. It's almost 5 something. Oh my goodness, 5:15. I haven't eaten anything. See how I sacrifice? I haven't eaten anything. I ain't got no drink over here. My mouth is getting dry. But listen, do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Share. All right. Hit that like button. Subscribe. Share. I'll try it again, as I said earlier. Trying to figure out how to open up the comment mode and also the save mode, but I believe you can download it. I'm not sure this video if you desire to go there, but listen. So and all I'm gonna do is use the same, almost the same finger, and might have to alter because of the key shape and switch up a little bit. See, I have to end up switching up and play the same chord. I love you, Lord, plus 1. I explained all this about the diminished, which diminished group you were messing with. D diminished, D flat diminished, and C sharp diminished, and the C diminished. There's 3 diminished group or slash family. So I'm recognizing for all of the specific keys, which I have already jotted down on yesterday, the specific diminished C diminished 7, and the D flat or slash C sharp diminished family, and the D diminished family, and which specific keys you can use those chords in. And I turned around and came back and told you you can technically use all 3 diminished group and all 12 keys. Okay, anyway, so I'm just duplicating the same movement. I love it with a little bit of changing the finger in a way. Play the same chord, y'all. 5, back to the 1. Here we go to 7 now. 3, 6, 2, 5, and then my 6, 7, back to the 1, up 2, to the 5, back to the 1. Now we're gonna hit that 6, 5, right, 6, 5, 5.5 to the 1. Secret sauce. Now this is how I remember the move. I'm gonna start calling this the secret sauce, which is my 4. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. What? So what I've learned to do is to break the chords down into sections, right? Literally, I would have just, like I said, I would have did the 1, 1 up to the 2, to the 5, to the 1. Go to D and do the same thing. 1, 1 up to the 2, to the 5, 1, E flat, 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1, E, 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1. Let me see F now. 1, 1 up to the 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1. F sharp, G flat, 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1, like that, right? G, let's see, 1, 1 up to 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1, A flat, 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1, like that, right? Let's see, A, 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1. What key I mean? B flat, 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1. G, 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1. And last key C, 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1. Okay, that's how I would have broken down the song. Then of course I would hit the track so I could be able to follow, you know, so I can get my hands familiar with doing it in all 12 keys. So the key of B, here we go. 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1. My beat is off. I'm off. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I can't sing. I love you, Lord. Today, trying to sing and do the number system at the same time. 1 plus 1 to the 2, 5. 1, do it again. 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1. Okay, let's do it in C. 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1. Do it again. I love you, Lord. Up to the 2, 5, 1. D flat. I 1 up to the 2, chord again. 5, 1 D. 1 up to the 2, 5. I forgot almost what key I was in. E flat. 1 up to the 2, 5, 1 E. I 1 up to the 2, to the 5, Y, to the 1 F. 1 up to the 2, to the 5, and 1 F sharp G flat. 1 up, 1 up to the 2, my bad, to the 5, 1 G, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1 A flat, 1 up to the 2, 5. I'm just repeating the same chords. And 1 up to the 2, 5 to the 1. Last B flat. 1 up to the 2, to the 5, 1. Right. So I think I did C already. If I didn't, you already heard 1 up to the 2, to the 5, 1. Okay. And then that's how I will break it down. Then I'll come back with the 7. Let's go to C and do it. Let's go to B. 7, 3. I'm sorry. Yeah, 7, 3, C. My bad. To the 7, 3. Remember, I know how to count. Half step back. To the 7. That's my 1. 7, 3. 1, 2, 3. 6. Do it in the key of B flat. To the 7, 3, 6, 7. Ba-da-da. After a while, your ear's gonna get familiar with the chords because you repeat them again. To the 7, 3, 3, right? 7, up, 3, 6, and a B. 7, 3, 6. Your ear's gonna get familiar with the move. To the 7, because I'm repeating the same chord. 3, 6, literally. To the 7, I'll repeat the same thing. 3, 6, 2. Doesn't matter what I'm doing, you know. Ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da. That's all fancy stuff right there. Now we say it's fancy. It's just it's just kind of fancy, you know. You just try to come with a different idea. Da-da-da-da-da. Ba 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 ba. Ba-da-da. So I'm playing the same thing. D flat, C sharp. 7. Ba-da-da. 3, 6. Okay. Key of D. 7. I think. Right, 1, 2, 3. 6. And I find my 6. Remember, you have to learn your scales. Right? In the number system. Once you get the scale in the number system or memorize, it becomes a little bit more easier and faster to kind of nail this. In the key of E flat, that's my E flat, that's my 7. 7, 1, 2, 3. Remember, I told you I did the count earlier. And I already know how to count to my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or I can do it in reverse. And I'm just repeating the same chord. 7, 3, 6. Yeah, 7. I can create a groove off of it. You know, you can create a groove for just fooling around with it. Or, you know, like I said, you could be smooth with it, you know what I'm saying? You know, just be smooth with it, you know. But, yes, you can create an idea from it. 7, 3, C. Ba ba da 7, 3, C. And I'm gonna do my inverter. 7, 3. I know my inversions, so I can use my inversions to help me out to change up stuff, right? Once you learn the simple part of that's why I do the simple. I practice simple. And you see I'm doing my tritones. I'm using my tritone. My tritone. Remember, I already practiced my tritone. If I want to mess with the I'm playing with the tritone, and then now I'm using the secret sauce, or I can use the major move. I can use the sus4. I can use the sus2. The secret sauce. What? See? Okay, let me get back to my stuff. So let me get back to it. Breaking it down. Listen, y'all, do me a favor. Probably for the ninth time. Probably for the ninth time. Do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. All right. Hit that like button. All right. Share. Share the video. All right. I'm new at this on YouTube, so y'all will have to, bear with me. I will be trying to get some cameras and stuff. But right now, I'm just trying to get going here. And share, a little bit what I'm doing or how you can get better. And all I'm doing is taking those scale and the chords and generating chord progressions. Now, watch this. Remember I did the D minor earlier with that C major? Watch this, watch this. How about the E minor move? I'll probably change the bass line or keep the same bass line. I'm using E minor now over C major. But once again, what does that make me play, y'all? That's right, a C major 7 with inversion. Third inversion, right? First inversion. If I drop the bottom of this root, I'm just doing inversions. And I'm on the D bass. Go to A with it and see what happened. See? What? Second inversion. Alright? Root. First inversion. Second inversion. That's why I use it. 7. 3. Here it comes. Right there on the 6. And all I'm doing is repeating it in the other key. 7, 3. The same thing. Now, because of the bass line I'm hitting at the moment, this is an A minor 7. Am I saying that right? Yeah. A minor, A minor, let me see if I'm saying it right. It's just like me playing the B flat minor 9 chord, B flat minor 13 chord. I'm playing the same thing in the key of C, actually, on the 6. So I end up playing a minor chord. See what I'm saying? A minor 9, A minor 13, A minor 7, A minor 9, A minor 11, and the A minor 13, y'all. That's how I'm voicing it. Oh, and because I know my inversion root position, right? First inversion, second inversion, third inversion is the minor chord mixed with the major chord, causing you to play a minor what? A minor 13, 9, and 11. Oh! And all I'm doing is taking that same idea and transposing it to all 12 keys. So breaking it down to all of the chord movements that I did in C sharp and D flat, I'm trying to move them to all 12 keys. So I go to the key of D, and I would just break it down in parts. Now we got my 7. So I start out with my 1 plus 1 to the 2 to the 5, 1. Now I'm gonna do my 7, 3, 6. Going to my 2 now, 2. I will broke that down into another section, right? And then my 6, 7. Back to the 1. 1 up. I already know this move already, right? Then my next move. Then the next move, 6, 7. I'm sorry, 6, 5, 5 and a half, 5, 1. Secret sauce to the 4. And then I got my 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all know I can go back to the 7. Ba 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 3. Ba da da. Now I can use those ideas. Ba da. Ba da da. Hey, what you doing? Sticking. And I can change the voice because I understand what chord movements I'm doing. From either moving from the major mood to the major 7th mood to a minor mood to an augmented mood to whatever it is. I know those chords now a little bit, right? I'm not perfect with it, but yeah. So now that I did it in D, 2 to 2, 5, and then I have my 5, 6, 1. 1 up again to the 2. Then we go on to 6, 5, 5 and a half, 1, 4, secret sauce chord, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to the boom, butter, all that, right? Alright, so we did it in C. I think I was about to do it in C. Same scenario, right? So the same thing in C. I got the 1, 1 up to the 2, to the 5, back to the 1, 7, 3, 6, 2. We're playing the same thing. And then my 6, 7, back to the 1, 1 up to the 2. Here we go with that little with the 6, 5, 5 and a half, 1, secret sauce, 4. Then we got the 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost got 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to my what? 7, 3. Remember, I know my virgins and all that kind of stuff. It's all about how you want to voice your stuff, you know. See what I'm saying? Alright, so you can do it in B, the same thing. Break it down into pieces. I love you, love. 1 up to the 2, to the 5, to the 1, 7, 3, 6. Okay, here my 2, 2 to the 5. Right, let me see, what's my 6, 7, 1 and B? Let me see, 6, 7, B, I'm sorry, I'm in B. 6, 7, back to the 1, 1 up to the 2. Okay, what's that little drop move? It's gotta be B. Repeat. I remember the last chord. It's gotta be B, the B move. B, B flat, A. Little crazy move right here. Secret sauce on the what? You see what I'm saying? Secret sauce. Oh, wow. Oh, I forgot the 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, in the key of B. My bad. 2, 3, 4, 5, 2 to 7, 3, 6. With a little practice. 2, 3, 4, 5, ba-da-da. All this other stuff. I hear the tritone. I hear another voicing chord. I already know I'm supposed to play my major 7. Sometimes I have it down low or it's in the right hand. So I'm moving the right hand to the left. And then move my right hand to either a major move or a sus2, sus4, to a secret sauce chord. I can go major, minor. Well, I won't go minor. What? For sure, major. Sus2, sus4, the secret sauce. Major 7 over major. Oh wow. See what I'm saying? I'm able to figure this out by accident. Major 7, double up. Remember, I understand root first, right? Second, third inversion, back to root. What? Yeah. So when you get that, you can go, oh, I can mix that up. I can just root position. You can do the major 7 over a major move, the secret sauce, the sus2, the sus4. Oh, wow. The skies is the limits, right? And you can borrow another sus4 chord, by the way, and transpose F sharp, C sharp sus4, and I went to F sharp sus4. What? B sus2, all right, F sharp sus4, they both share the same secret sauce. Oh, sus4, C sharp sus4, or D flat sus4, and F sharp sus2 or G flat sus2, they both also share the same secret sauce. So you probably you can transpose it. So if those work, I'm like, oh, why not I try it? Yes, I try it. Major. F sharp major. Sus2. F sharp sus2. Secret sauce. Sus4. Another sus4 chord. And it works. Oops. It was an accident. So anyway, to the key of B. 2, 5. Right? And then my 6, 7. I'm out. If I keep practicing this every day, right, I'm going to get better at it. You're going to get better at it because we're now working on transposing chords. We already know how to do breaking it down step by step. All right. But like I said, once you learn the concept behind the madness, it's pretty much a wrap because now you can take chords and keep moving. So basically now I had 1 went up to the 2, 5, 1, 7, 3, 6, 2, 5, and then 6, 7, 1 back to the 1 went up to the 2 to the 5, 1. All right. 6, 5 and a half, 5, 1, 4, then 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That may seem like a lot of chords. It is not really a lot of chords if you break it up every day. Every day you break it up and come back and keep adding on to these chords in all 12 keys. And I can do them in more than one key. I'm running out of time right now, but I'll cover the key of C, the key of B right now, right? D flat and D, I believe, right? So I've already covered 1, 2, 3, 4 keys. If I go to E flat and do the same thing, I love you, Lord. 1 up to the 2, to the 5, back to the 1. Got my 7, hit my 3 now. Going to the 6, find my 2, 2, my 5. Repeat the same chord. And then 6, 7, 1, back up again to the 2. Okay, let's get that 6, 5, 5 and a half, 1, secret sauce 4, and then 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5, 7, 3, 7. See, you can go other place. Okay, that's it. That y'all scratch what I just did, but yeah. We might use the word now. You can start advancing your chords and chord progression to another movement, but 7, 3, 6, 2. I'm just duplicating the same chord, y'all. 6, 7, 1, ba 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 da ba ba. 2, 3, 4, 5 to the 7, 3, 6. Okay, cool. Now that I got that knocked down, let's go to E and do the same thing. Now, like I said, I would chop this up, right? Chop it up and do them in different sections. Like I said, 1 1 up to the 2 5 1. Then I'll come back later and do it in all 12 keys, the 7 3 6 movement. Then I will come back later on and do the 2 to the 5. Then I'll come back later and do my 6 7 1, right? Then I'll come back later, I'll do my 6 5 up, 5 and a half, 5 6, 5.5, 6, 5, 5.5 to the 1 to the 4. Then I'll come back later and do my 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we're in E now. So 1 up to the 2 to the 5, 1. Okay, I take another day. I come back and I'm now gonna do my 7, 3, 6. Come back later on, and then I'm gonna hit you with the 2 to the 5. Come back later. I'm gonna hit you with my 6, 7, 1. Okay, then. Of course, I already know the back to the top. Boom, boom, boom. Now I want to hit you with my 6, 5, 5 and up, 6, 5, 5.5, 1, secret sauce, 4. Now I'll come back later and hit you with the 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I got this all together. Bum, 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 bum. 2 to the 5. 6, 7, 1, 1 up to the 2. Then that little da 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 da. I heard that in my head. Da, da, da. That was an accent. I wasn't supposed to do that. Da, 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 da. That's why my heart is. I can hit you. That's later. Alright, that's later. Don't be fancy right now from the gate. Unless you already a musician who's already on that level and you want to be fancy, then that's on you. Alright, the more power to you. Now I come back and do F and do the same thing a little bit. 5, 1, 1 up to the 2, 5, 1. Come back another day. I'm gonna hit you with the what's the next move? 7, 3, 6. There that chord is. Now remember earlier I said the D minor over C major, right? I'll also turn around and hit you with the E minor move over the C major. Watch this, watch this, watch this. What's next? F major over C major. This is a C major 7. With the what? If I know my scale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back to the 1, but we're gonna go 8, 9. That's right. F major 9. Can we go F major 9? Yes. So this is the 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. F major 7. How do we get the 9? That's right. Because if you know your scale in F, you know this is your 2. Right? This is technically your 1, technically, but we're going 8 as a continuation of the number system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Technically back to the 1, but we're doing a continuation, which now your 1 is 8, your 2 is now number 9. That's why we call this an F major 9. F major 9. How do you create the 11? How do we create the 11? You already know it. Because your what? Your 4 is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's now what number? 11. This sounds kind of funny, right? So you have a choice of taking that sharp of that 11 chord, and you can either sharp it by half stepping up, which you end up playing a what? A C major 7. C major 7, but we know this is a C major mixed with the E minor chord, creating a C major 7 chord under a F major add 2. So now you have C F major 7, that's the 9, that's the 11. You just have to end up sharpening the 11. Or you could have flat the 11. Yes, you can flat the 11. But in this case, we sharp the 11. So now you have an F major 9, sharp 11. And if you can spread the hand some more, then you can come up with your what? Or you don't have to actually do that. You can come up with what's the next? The 6. Which is what? The 13. How we get to the 13? So that is the what number? That's the 11. Sharp 11. That's the 9. That's the 7. So now, so we already got the 7, right? 7. We got the 9. We got the what number? 11. Now how do we get to the 13th? which is the 6. Well, if you know your scale on the 6, it will be D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The 6. There it is right there. And I can either put that in the hand that I'm already playing, or I can put the D down here, which makes me play a what? D minor chord mixed with the E minor chord together. And so now I'm playing an E at technically at an F major 7, 7, 9, 11, and the 13. And I could have put it here. Oh, wow. Yes. So you see, if you learn your number system, you're going to know what kind of chord you can create. This is the F major 7. That's the 9. That's the 11 because of the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But because of the continuous number is 8, 9, 10, 11. So I have to sharpen it so it can sound reasonably decent. And then add the 6, which is the 13. Now, if I spread the chord out with the left hand, I can move that over and go ahead and play my 6th chord at the top. And I can change the voicing. Okay, anyway, so you see what happens is you can mess around with that major move, the minor move, the minor move, the major move, the G major move. How does G major sound with C major? Y'all already know the answer to that. It creates a what? Y'all already know the answer. The G major chord with the C major chord. Y'all already know the answer to that. It creates the C major 7 chord. I'm just not adding the bottom, and now I'm adding the bottom. Y'all see what I'm saying? And I heard Elder Devin do this chord move. Do, 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 do. Okay, so he plays this move. Yeah, that chord. I don't have to put the D here, I'm putting it down at the bottom. But however, you know, you can. All of the notes, except for one note you don't want to put in there. Because it's already here. This will be overkill, but yeah, you can still do it though. In fact, you can use it elbow. I can use my forearm. Don't do that in church, y'all. Yeah. So this, because I'm on the D bass, this could be a D minor 9 chord. You change the bass line to A. You change the name of the chord. Because I heard Elder Devin playing his voicing. Do, 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 do. 6, 5, 4, 3. He plays, holds his chord. I told you these chords is coming, y'all. So if you're trying to want to learn how to play like the pros, I heard this saying, you got to think like the pros. If you want to learn how to play like the pros, you have to think like the pros. What are they doing? And they're just expanding the notes out, making the chord a bigger chord versus a small chord, and you know, a tiny chord. And expanding the chord and making the chord a bigger chord. Making the chord a bigger chord. Making the chord a bigger. And just expanding the notes, just adding extra notes. Something that is not something that you can't do or I can't do, right? So listen, this is your Bo Bishop. I've got to sign out for sure now because now I haven't eaten nothing and drinking nothing all day. But if you want to play like the pros and learn the stuff that the pros play, all right, they say you have to listen to what they're doing, which is true, and gather information and go for it. I've written so many chords, it's ridiculous. So I'm trying to share with y'all what I've learned, all right, what I'm up to, and how I'm going to get where I'm trying to get to by listening to some of the fellow brethrens out there doing stuff. drawbar settings, and he's playing at the upper manual with the run, and then he switches the drawbar settings, and he has to play it at the lower manual to pull this off, because otherwise it will be muddy if he tried to. Yeah, so it's muddy. Which mic is on? Which one of the dumb mics? Who's mic'd up? Okay. Yeah. So yeah. So see, muddy. So that meant he had to play down on the lower manual to pull this off. And of course now I had to reset my drawbar settings. Because yeah. Alright, so I understand chords and chord progressions that he's actually playing because he's playing chords I already practiced on, literally the major 7 chord. I literally, y'all just played these chords already. So now I identify what he's doing. Now as far as that little alright, you know, whole different. Alright, getting away from me. So he's twanging. My wife called it twitting. The target note is B. Your target note can be D. Whatever your target note is 2 notes prior. And you twang it. So, this is real practice, y'all. This is how you practice, is practicing something new. If it's you unaware of it, this is something new, then this is what I'll do. That's my target note. So 2 notes back. And I'll practice it. D is my target note. 2 notes back. E flat is my target note. 2 notes back. And so forth and so on. And I would try to do this in all 12 keys. Not the word try. I will be doing it in all 12 keys. It will be no, it's a technique, you know. Talking on D. Talking on D flat. Talking on C. Talking on B. Talking on B flat. Talking on A. Talking on A flat. Talking on G. Talking on F sharp with G flat. Talking on F. Talking on E. And I covered all 12 keys. Talking on D again, or E flat. Talking on target note is D, 2 notes back. And then it's a no-brainer for me because now at some point somebody out there is gonna play some of the stuff and I'm gonna know what they did. Right. Oh. So you have to play in the left hand at the minor move mixed with the diminished piece of the diminished, but just a note. So then he did it. Now that's a great. And then the note. Chord, and he's on the 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. Right, 1, 7, 6. Right, a 5, a 4, 3, 2, 1. If you know your number system, then you kind of get an idea. Oh, he's chording on the 3. Okay, all right. That's the first thing he did. So he's basically playing the minor chord. I told you that minor chord was gonna come up. If you practice your major chord, your minor chord is C major, right? E minor chord, F major chord is the 4, G is the 5, A minor. There's that A minor chord. But what is he putting with it? A piece of the F sharp, which is a piece of the C diminished because they what? C diminished is related to A minor. They use the same. They use the same notes. They use in the same notes. Some of the same notes. Oh, okay. So that's why I'm like, oh. So the 3, right? Cool. Oh, hold on. Oh, it started me over. Then he went to the 4. So now on the 4, after he did it, then hit you with this run. Of course, he went faster, right? I'm not a runner, y'all, but I'll catch it, right? That's the 4. What is that chord he playing? He basically went back to the same chord that he just played a second ago. Come up with the A minor up to the G flat or F sharp major 7. Since we in E, I had to call it for what it is, which is a F sharp major 7, y'all. And then he goes back to the same chord he played a second ago, back down to that minor move in the run. Yeah. I'm thinking about food now. Okay, that's on the 4. Now he's going to 7-3 in the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-3, 7-3 in the bass line. 7-3. All right. Remember earlier I told y'all these are chords and notes that were already played earlier. And what keys could I use those same exact chords or notes? I can use the same chord in E as I can do it in C sharp or D flat. Also F sharp and G flat. Also B. And also A. What? Okay, I'll demonstrate that later on a different topic video, right? Remember that thing earlier was this. Then he transposed. And then he did that. And that's when he holds the... This time he goes the opposite direction from the first 2 chords. He's playing the same chord, but doing the opposite direction. This time he's using that movement coming down from the 7 to the 3. 7, 3. Why he holding the what? The 3. Why he holding the 3? Right, so why he was holding that 3? Remember the rhyme was this on the 4. And then he's gonna hit you with a ba-da. 7-3. He's taking the same chord but opposite direction. Woo! Okay. That's like B major, E major, B major. Back to it. Ba-da, 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 ba, ba, B, E, B, E, B, secret sauce. I literally played that earlier. I told you how these chords are related to each other too, like the F sharp sus4 and the B sus2. They both share the same secret sauce. And he's going to the 4 with that. Which suggests that I could play E major chord. I think I gave it away. When I said B, E, B, E, B, E, B, E, B, E, secret sauce, I'm going to use that on the E. Down low on the manual. And he hits you with the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit you with the 4. Ba da 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 ba. Woo! Fire. Yeah, hitting you with the 4. So listen, y'all, this is your boy Andre Clark. I'm about to tell you what my Facebook page is. If I don't clock off, I won't clock off. I'll be like Samuel Tower said, if I don't stop talking, I won't stop. But listen, hit that like button, subscribe, share, all right? And I'll see y'all on the next video for breakdowns and stuff. But right now I'm just working with the one song, right? And transposing that one song in all 12 keys breaking down chords in sections. At the same time, I'm also using my other project, breaking chords down and dropping them here on the organ and of course on the keyboard, um, and building on transposing chords from one key to the other. So listen, I'm getting hungry. I can feel it in my stomach. It's already after 6 o'clock, and I should have stopped a long time ago. But y'all know how it is. You having fun on the keys. You just having fun. It feels good to be able to get that practice in and get those fingers warmed up and get them hot and so forth and so on. And so I'll catch y'all on the next rebound. And don't forget to hit that like button, share, all right, and subscribe, share, subscribe, hit the like button. And this is your bold Bishop Drace. This will help me, decide on if I want to keep pushing chords out at y'all or not. Hey, some people might feel like they got it all. I don't got it all, but I'm learning. This is actually going to push me to want to learn more stuff and get crazy with it, right? I got to get many crazy with it. Or I got to pull out my books and start smashing on these chords. I got about probably 13, 14, 15, 16, but I've heard like 20 plus something books that I've written chords and chord progressions and stuff like that. So I want to, I would like to share some of the ideas with you guys. I'm not trying to hold anything back and not like that. But listen, I'm still going to come with my book. I have a music book coming soon. I'm already halfway there done with it. This is my musical logo. I got it on my computer here. I got it on my MPC and my keyboard over there. Actually, I think I was about to put it on my keyboard out in the car, I guess, but I was trying to save it. I'm just trying to save this little sticky. But yeah, so that's my little musical logo with my name on it. Yes, my name on. I am an author and a finisher of my own works, my musical work. So yes, I do know how to write music and stuff like that. But I'm gonna write a book that's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's going to be nice. Yeah. So be patient, and I'll try to get this book pushed out pretty soon. I'm just on a timeout mode. Y'all know how it is, COVID coming back and all this crazy stuff. So it's it's yeah. Did I turn off my computer? All right, just make sure I turn everything off. So peace and love, as I always say, peace and love and cornbread, and don't forget, hit that like button. Share. All right, hit that like button, share. All right, hit that like button and share and subscribe. And that clock's at 12 after. What? I think my clock on my computer is off. Hold on, why did it say 12 after? That was funny. 12 after 6. Lord have mercy, I'm doing too much dedication here. All right, but this is how you get better. You gotta dedicate your time. Better turn this down before it be loud. Dedicate your time and effort into practicing on a daily basis. And this is your bold Bishop Dracer. Bishop Andre Clark, I'm sorry. I'm still thinking of Facebook. I'm not on Facebook today. So I'm trying to give Facebook a timeout as far as posting videos there. And I'm trying to put everything on YouTube as I go. Peace and love and cornbread. All right, go. I'm hungry and thirsty.